Ladies and gentlemen, before you step out into the chaos of the world, before you face the noise and the demands of life, let me ask you this: have you paused to find your center? Have you taken a moment to acknowledge the one who woke you up this morning, who gifted you another sunrise? This is not just another day, it's another opportunity, another chance to breathe, to love, to grow and to walk in your purpose. And let me tell you, the best way to begin this gift of a day is by turning your heart toward God. Before you pick up your phone, before you scroll through social media, take a moment to pray, not out of obligation, but out of gratitude. Because if you truly understood the battles that were fought for you while you slept, you'd fall to your knees with thanksgiving. Faith is your anchor, and mornings are where the battles are won. Life is tough, we all know it. The challenges, the setbacks, the uncertainties, they're real. But when you start your day with God, you don't step out alone. You step out with strength that doesn't come from your own effort. You step out with peace that the world cannot shake. You step out with direction because you've connected with the ultimate guide. Let me tell you something: success doesn't start when you clock in at work or when you complete that big task. No, it starts in the quiet moments when the world is still and it's just you and God. It's in that stillness where clarity comes. It's in those moments where strength is renewed. Faith doesn't mean the road will be easy. It means you'll have the courage to walk it. It doesn't mean the storms won't come. It means you'll have the anchor to hold steady. When you start your day with God, you're not just inviting him into your life, you're stepping into his promises. You're saying, God, I trust you, lead me, protect me, use me, and when you put God first, everything else falls into place. Gratitude is the doorway to a fulfilled and meaningful life. When you wake up in the morning, the very first thought that crosses your mind should not be about the tasks ahead, the challenges you'll face, or the people you need to impress. Instead, let it be about the miracle of the present moment. Waking up is a blessing that many take for granted. Your eyes opened, your heart kept beating through the night, and your lungs continued to breathe. These aren't small things, they are evidence of grace. Starting your day with gratitude shifts your entire perspective. It reminds you that no matter what's happening in your life, there is something to be thankful for. Gratitude doesn't just change how you feel, it changes how you see. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, your mindset shifts from scarcity to abundance. And when you start your day in abundance, you're already winning before you've even left your bed. Take a moment every morning to count your blessings. Whisper a quiet thank you to God for the gift of life. Thank him for the roof over your head, the people who love you, and the opportunities waiting to unfold. Gratitude isn't about pretending that everything is perfect. It's about recognizing the beauty in imperfection. It's about seeing God's fingerprints even in the struggles. When you cultivate a heart of gratitude, you invite joy into your life. Gratitude is the foundation of faith because it acknowledges the goodness of God. It's a reminder that every good thing comes from him. When you start your day thanking God for what you have, you're also building trust in him for what's to come. Gratitude is an act of faith. It's saying, God, I see what you've done, and I believe you're not done yet. Practicing gratitude each morning doesn't require a grand ritual. It can be as simple as keeping a gratitude journal by your bedside. Write down 3 things you're grateful for before your feet hit the floor. Or take a moment to look outside your window and thank God for the sunrise, the birds singing, or the stillness of the morning. When you begin your day with a grateful heart, you also inspire those around you. Gratitude is contagious. Your energy shifts, your interactions improve, and your outlook becomes brighter. People are drawn to those who exude thankfulness because it reflects a heart aligned with God. Life isn't always easy, and there will be days when finding something to be grateful for feels like a challenge. But even on those days, gratitude is most powerful. Thank God for the lessons hidden in the struggle, for the growth that pain brings, and for the strength he is building within you. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring reality. It means choosing to see the light even in darkness. When you start your day with gratitude, you're not just thanking God for what he has done. You're also preparing your heart for what he will do. You're positioning yourself to receive his blessings with an open and humble spirit. Gratitude opens doors that entitlement closes. It paves the way for miracles. So tomorrow morning and every morning after, let your first words be thank you. Thank God for life, for love, for hope. Thank him for his faithfulness, his protection, and his provision. Begin your day with gratitude and watch how it transforms not just your morning, but your entire life. The most powerful way to start your day is with prayer. Prayer is not just a ritual, it's a conversation with the creator of the universe. It's an act of surrender, a declaration of dependence, and a moment of connection. When you begin your day with prayer, you're inviting God into your life, your plans, and your challenges. Prayer is your lifeline. It grounds you, strengthens you, and prepares you for the unknown. Life is unpredictable, and each day comes with its own set of battles. But when you start your day in prayer, you're not stepping out alone. You're stepping out covered, guided, and empowered by God. Morning prayer doesn't have to be long or complicated. It's not about using the right words. It's about opening your heart. Start by thanking God for the gift of a new day. Acknowledge his presence in your life. Ask Him for wisdom to make good decisions, for courage to face challenges, and for peace to carry you through the day. Prayer sets the tone for your day. It aligns your heart with God's will and helps you focus on what truly matters. Without prayer, it's easy to get distracted by the demands of the world, the pressures of work, and the noise of social media. But when you start with prayer, you're reminded of your true purpose and priorities. Prayer is also an act of faith. It's trusting that God hears you, that He cares, and that He's already working on your behalf. When you pray first, you're saying, God, I can't do this without you. I need your strength, your guidance, and your presence. It's a humble acknowledgement that you're not in control, and that's a good thing. Imagine beginning your day by placing every concern, every worry, and every plan into God's hands. Imagine the peace that comes from knowing you don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. Prayer doesn't just change your circumstances, it changes you. It shifts your perspective, calms your spirit, and strengthens your faith. When you pray first, you're building a habit of dependence on God. Over time, this habit will become your greatest strength. You'll find yourself turning to God not just in the morning, but throughout the day. You'll learn to trust Him in the big things and the small things. So before you reach for your phone, before you check your email or plan your schedule, take a moment to pray. Let your first conversation of the day be with God. Start your day with prayer and watch how it transforms your life. Faith is the unshakable foundation on which your life must stand. When you begin each day with faith, you are anchoring yourself to a power far greater than any storm you might face. Faith isn't just belief, it's trust in action. It's waking up and saying, God, I don't know what today holds, but I know you hold today. An anchor keeps a ship steady in turbulent waters, and faith does the same for your soul. Life is full of uncertainties, challenges, and surprises, but faith provides stability. It gives you the confidence to move forward, even when the path isn't clear. Starting your day with faith means choosing trust over fear. It's deciding to focus on God's promises rather than your problems. Faith doesn't eliminate difficulties, but it equips you to face them with courage. When your faith is strong, you're not easily shaken by life's storms. Faith is also a source of strength. It reminds you that you don't have to rely on your own abilities or understanding. When you start your day with faith, you're drawing from God's limitless power. You're stepping out not in your own strength, but in His. So each morning, take a moment to renew your faith. Reflect on God's goodness, His faithfulness, and His promises. Declare that you trust Him with your day, your life, and your future. Faith is your anchor. Begin every day by holding on to it. Mornings are the foundation of every successful day. They are more than just a time to prepare physically. They are the moments where the battle of the mind and spirit is fought and won. When you start your day with intention, clarity, and focus, you set yourself up for victory long before the world's chaos tries to pull you off course. The first few moments of your morning are powerful. They shape your mood, influence your attitude, and establish the pace of your entire day. That's why it's essential to guard this sacred time. Instead of rushing into the demands of life, take a step back and own your mornings. Start with stillness, prayer, and connection to God. Winning the morning begins with prioritizing what matters most. Before the emails, the meetings, or the errands, you must center yourself. This is where battles are won, not in the middle of the day when you're overwhelmed, but in those early hours when your heart and mind are clear. Use this time to align your priorities with God's will, to remind yourself of your purpose, and to declare victory over any challenges ahead. The world will try to distract you the moment you wake up. Notifications, news, and social media scream for your attention. But you have the power to choose how you spend those critical first moments. Will you allow the world to dictate your mindset, or will you take charge and ground yourself in faith? Winning the morning means putting God first. It means starting with prayer, gratitude, and a focus on the things that truly matter. Morning routines are not just about habits, they're about preparation. Athletes don't enter a game without warming up, and you shouldn't step into your day without spiritual preparation. Your morning is your warm-up for life's challenges. When you spend time with God in the morning, you're equipping yourself with wisdom, peace, and strength to face whatever comes your way. Winning the morning also means silencing negativity. The enemy often tries to plant seeds of doubt, fear, and discouragement early in the day. But when you start your morning with faith and positivity, you uproot those seeds before they take hold. Speak life into your day. Declare that today will be filled with purpose, joy, and progress. Affirm your trust in God's plan and His provision. A victorious morning doesn't mean everything will go perfectly, but it does mean you'll face the day with resilience. When you start your day with God, you gain clarity that helps you handle problems with wisdom and grace. You're not reacting to life, you're proactively stepping into it with confidence. So take back your mornings, win them with intentionality, prayer, and faith. Guard this sacred time fiercely and watch how the rest of your day unfolds with purpose and peace. Every day is a journey, and without guidance, it's easy to feel lost. When you start your day by inviting God into your plans, you're choosing to let the ultimate navigator lead your path. God's guidance is not just a safety net, it's the key to a life of purpose, direction, and fulfillment. The truth is, none of us knows what the day will bring. Challenges, surprises, and decisions await us at every turn. But when you invite God's guidance, you're stepping out with confidence, knowing that you're not walking alone. You're aligning your will with His, allowing Him to steer you in the right direction, even when the way seems unclear. Inviting God's guidance begins with humility. It's acknowledging that your own understanding is limited, but His wisdom is infinite. It's saying, God, I need you. I can't do this on my own. This act of surrender is not a sign of weakness. It's a declaration of trust in God's strength. Prayer is the bridge that connects you to God's guidance. In those quiet morning moments, ask God to reveal His plans for you. Ask Him to open doors that align with His purpose and close those that don't. Seek His wisdom in your decisions, His peace in your struggles, and His strength in your weaknesses. When you invite God's guidance, you're also inviting His protection. Life's road is filled with pitfalls, but God sees what you cannot. He guides you away from danger and toward opportunities that you might have otherwise overlooked. His guidance is not always obvious, but it's always perfect. Trusting God's guidance means being open to change. Sometimes His plans will differ from yours, and that's okay. Remember, He sees the bigger picture. What feels like a detour to you might be the direct route to His blessing. Faith in His guidance means letting go of control and allowing Him to lead, even when the path doesn't make sense. When you start your day by inviting God's guidance, you're not just asking for direction, you're building a relationship. The more you seek Him, the more you recognize His voice and His hand in your life. Over time, this daily practice becomes a source of peace and clarity. So tomorrow morning, take a moment to pause and ask God, where do you want me to go today? How can I serve you? What steps should I take? Invite Him into your day and watch as His guidance transforms your journey. Your words hold power. The words you speak, especially in the morning, set the tone for your entire day. Speaking life is not just about being positive. It's about declaring God's promises over your life and stepping into your day with confidence and hope. The Bible says that life and death are in the power of the tongue. This means your words have the ability to build up or tear down, to inspire or discourage, to bring light or darkness. When you start your day by speaking life, you're choosing to align your words with God's truth rather than the world's negativity. Speak life into your circumstances. Even if you're facing challenges, declare victory. Say, today I will overcome. I am strong, capable, and blessed. These affirmations are not just empty words, they are rooted in faith. They are reminders of who you are in Christ and what He has promised you. Speak life into your relationships. Pray for your loved ones and declare blessings over them. Speak words of encouragement, kindness, and love. When you begin your day with uplifting words, you not only set the tone for yourself, but also inspire those around you. Speaking life also means silencing negativity. The world is quick to remind you of your flaws, failures, and fears, but when you speak life, you counteract those lies with truth. Remind yourself that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, that you are forgiven, and that you are deeply loved by God. Your words are seeds. What you plant in the morning will grow throughout the day. Plant seeds of hope, faith, and gratitude. Speak life over your goals, your health, your work, and your dreams. Declare that today will be a day of progress, purpose, and peace. When you speak life, you're not denying reality, you're choosing to focus on possibility. You're acknowledging that with God, all things are possible. This mindset creates a ripple effect influencing your actions, decisions, and interactions. So as you begin your day, choose your words wisely. Let them reflect your faith, your gratitude, and your hope. Speak life and watch as your day unfolds with purpose and joy. Starting your day with positivity is not just a mindset, it's a lifestyle. Positivity isn't about ignoring reality or pretending challenges don't exist. It's about choosing to see the good, even in difficult situations. It's about acknowledging that life is a mix of light and dark, but deciding to walk in the light. Every morning you have a choice to dwell on what's wrong or to focus on what's right. This choice is more powerful than most people realize because what you focus on grows. When you focus on negativity, you invite stress, frustration, and hopelessness into your day. But when you focus on positivity, you open the door to joy, gratitude, and peace. The first step to cultivating positivity is to guard your thoughts. The mind is a battlefield, and every day it's bombarded with negativity from the news, social media, and even our own inner critic. But you have the power to filter what you allow into your mind. Start your day by feeding your mind with uplifting thoughts and truths. Read scripture, listen to inspirational music, or meditate on God's promises. Positivity is deeply connected to faith. When you trust that God is in control, you can face life's uncertainties with confidence. Instead of waking up anxious about what might go wrong, you can rest in the assurance that God is working everything out for your good. This trust transforms your outlook. It helps you see obstacles as opportunities and setbacks as setups for something greater. Another key to positivity is surrounding yourself with the right influences. The people, media, and environments you engage with daily have a profound impact on your mindset. In the morning, make it a habit to connect with sources of positivity. Maybe it's a prayer partner, an encouraging podcast, or a gratitude journal. These influences shape your perspective and help you stay anchored in hope. Speaking positivity into your day is also a powerful practice. Your words have creative power. When you declare positive affirmations and truths, you're not just stating facts, you're shaping your reality. Say things like, today is a gift and I will use it wisely, or God's plans for me are good and I trust Him completely. These declarations may seem simple, but they set the tone for your actions and attitudes. Positivity doesn't mean ignoring the challenges of life. It means approaching them with a hopeful spirit. Instead of saying, I can't handle this, say, God will give me the strength to overcome. Instead of thinking, this is too hard. Remind yourself, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. This shift in perspective doesn't just change how you feel, it changes how you respond. Gratitude is another cornerstone of positivity. When you start your day by listing what you're thankful for, you train your mind to focus on abundance rather than lack. Gratitude is a natural antidote to negativity because it redirects your attention to what's good in your life. Even on tough days, there's always something to be thankful for: your health, your loved ones, your faith. One of the most beautiful aspects of positivity is that it's contagious. When you start your day with a positive attitude, you're not only uplifting yourself, you're inspiring others. Your energy affects those around you, creating a ripple effect of hope and encouragement. Whether it's a smile, a kind word, or a listening ear, your positivity can brighten someone else's day. Remember, positivity is not about perfection. It's okay to have moments of doubt or frustration. The key is not to stay there. When negativity creeps in, counteract it with faith, gratitude, and hope. Remind yourself that no storm lasts forever and that God's light always breaks through the darkness. As you wake up each morning, choose to focus on the good, focus on the blessings, the opportunities, and the lessons. Fill your mind with positive thoughts, your heart with gratitude, and your spirit with faith. This is how you start your day, with positivity, and it's a choice that will transform your life. Intentions are the compass of your life. They guide your actions, influence your decisions, and shape your reality. When you start your day by setting intentions aligned with faith, you're not just making a to-do list, you're creating a life rooted in purpose and meaning. Intentions are different from goals. Goals are about what you want to achieve. Intentions are about who you want to be. When your intentions are grounded in faith, they reflect your values, priorities, and trust in God's plan. They go beyond the surface and touch the core of your identity. Starting your day with faith-driven intentions begins with clarity. Take a moment each morning to reflect on what truly matters. What kind of person do you want to be today? How can you live out your faith in your actions, words, and choices? This clarity doesn't just happen, you have to create it. Spend time in prayer, asking God to reveal His will for your day. Your intention should be specific and actionable. For example, instead of saying, I want to have a good day, set an intention like, I will approach every challenge with patience and trust in God, instead of saying, I want to be kind. Declare, I will show God's love through my words and actions. These intentions are not just aspirations, they are commitments to live according to your faith. Aligning your intentions with faith also means surrendering control. Life doesn't always go as planned, and that's okay. When you set intentions, you're not guaranteeing a perfect day, you're creating a foundation of purpose that remains steady regardless of circumstances. Trust that God is in control and that His plans are better than yours. Intentions also help you stay focused in a world full of distractions. Throughout the day, it's easy to lose sight of what matters most, but when you set clear intentions in the morning, you have a guide to return to. They remind you of your purpose and keep you anchored in your faith. Writing down your intentions can make them more powerful. Keep a journal by your bedside and write a simple statement each morning. For example, today I will trust God's timing and show kindness to everyone I meet. These written intentions serve as a daily reminder of your commitment to living a faith-centered life. Living with intention is not about being perfect, it's about being purposeful. There will be moments when you fall short, and that's okay. Grace is an essential part of faith. When you make mistakes, learn from them and realign your intentions with God's will. Setting intentions aligned with faith also strengthens your relationship with God. It's an act of partnership where you're actively participating in His plans for your life. You're not just asking for blessings, you're stepping into your role as a co-creator of the life He envisions for you. As you go through your day, revisit your intentions. Use them as a guide for your decisions and actions. When challenges arise, remind yourself of the commitment you made in the morning. When blessings come, use your intentions as a reminder to stay humble and grateful. Each morning is a new opportunity to align your heart with God's purpose. When you set intentions with faith, you're not just starting your day, you're shaping your life. Let your intentions be a reflection of your trust in God, your love for others, and your desire to grow in faith. This is how you live a life of meaning, joy, and impact. Gratitude is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's a powerful spiritual practice that opens your eyes to life's blessings even in the midst of challenges. Starting your day with a spirit of gratitude aligns your heart with God's goodness and prepares you to face the world with joy, resilience, and peace. Gratitude is not just an emotion, it's a choice. Each morning you have the opportunity to focus on what you have instead of what you lack. The world often emphasizes what's missing, what you don't own, haven't achieved, or haven't become. But gratitude shifts your perspective. It reminds you of the gifts God has already given you, the breath in your lungs, the relationships in your life, and the opportunities ahead. Starting your day with gratitude begins with acknowledgement. Take a few moments each morning to thank God for the blessings in your life. It doesn't have to be complicated. A simple prayer like, "Thank you, God, for waking me up today and giving me another chance to grow and serve," can transform your entire mindset. Keeping a gratitude journal can make this practice even more powerful. Each morning, write down 3 things you're grateful for. These could be as profound as a breakthrough in your personal life or as simple as a beautiful sunrise. Over time, this habit trains your mind to notice the good in every situation. Gratitude is also an act of faith. It's not just about thanking God for what you've received, it's about trusting Him for what's yet to come. When you express gratitude in advance, you're declaring your belief in God's promises. You're saying, "I trust you, Lord, to provide for me, guide me, and bless me in ways I can't yet see." Life is full of challenges, but gratitude allows you to see them through a different lens. Instead of viewing obstacles as setbacks, you can see them as opportunities for growth. Thank God for the strength He's building in you, for the lessons He's teaching you, and for the ways He's preparing you for greater things. Gratitude also fosters contentment. In a world that constantly tells you to strive for more, gratitude reminds you that what you have is enough. It shifts your focus from comparison to appreciation. But when you're grateful for your journey, you stop envying others and start celebrating your own progress. A spirit of gratitude doesn't just benefit you, it impacts those around you. Gratitude is contagious. When you approach life with thankfulness, you inspire others to do the same. A kind word, a sincere thank you, or an expression of appreciation can brighten someone else's day and strengthen your relationships. Gratitude also deepens your relationship with God. It's a form of worship, an acknowledgement of His sovereignty and goodness. When you thank God for His blessings, you're not just listing what you're grateful for, you're connecting with the source of those blessings. This connection strengthens your faith and fills your heart with peace. Even on difficult days, there's always something to be grateful for. It might be the support of a friend, the lessons learned from a hardship, or simply the fact that God's mercies are new every morning. Gratitude doesn't deny life's struggles, it gives you the strength to endure them. As you wake up each morning, cultivate a spirit of gratitude. Thank God for His faithfulness, celebrate His blessings, and trust in His provision. Gratitude is not just a morning practice, it's a lifestyle that transforms your perspective, strengthens your faith, and fills your days with joy. Fear is a thief. It robs you of peace, paralyzes your potential, and clouds your vision. But faith is the antidote. Faith gives you the courage to face life's uncertainties, the strength to overcome obstacles, and the clarity to see beyond the temporary. Starting your day with faith over fear is the key to living boldly and purposefully. Fear often shows up in the morning, whispering doubts and worries about the day ahead. It tells you that you're not enough, that the challenges are too great, and that failure is inevitable. But faith silences those whispers. Faith reminds you that you are not alone, that God is with you, and that His plans for you are good. Choosing faith over fear begins with surrender. It's about acknowledging that you don't have all the answers, but trusting that God does. Each morning, surrender your fears to Him. Pray, "Lord, I don't know what today holds, but I know you hold me. I choose to trust you over my doubts and fears." This act of surrender brings peace and strength. Faith is not the absence of fear, it's the courage to move forward despite it. When you start your day with faith, you're not denying the challenges you face, you're declaring that those challenges won't define you. Faith gives you the confidence to step into the unknown, knowing that God is already there. One powerful way to cultivate faith is by meditating on God's promises. The Bible is filled with assurances of His love, protection, and provision. Verses like Isaiah 41:10, which says, "Fear not, for I am with you," can anchor your heart and mind. Each morning, remind yourself of these truths. Let them be the foundation of your faith. Faith over fear also requires action. It's not enough to believe, you must act on that belief. Take steps toward your goals, even if they feel uncertain. Reach out to someone who needs help, even if you're unsure of what to say. Faith is active, and each small step strengthens it. Fear thrives in isolation, but faith grows in community. Surround yourself with people who encourage your faith and challenge your fears. Share your worries with a trusted friend or mentor and pray together. Morning moments of connection and prayer can remind you that you're not alone in your struggles. Gratitude is another way to strengthen faith over fear. When you focus on God's past faithfulness, you're reminded of his ability to handle the present. Each morning, reflect on how God has guided, provided, and protected you. This reflection builds trust in his ability to do it again. Fear often exaggerates the worst-case scenario, but faith focuses on God's promises. When you start your day with faith, you're choosing to see possibilities instead of problems. You're choosing to believe that God's plans for you are greater than any obstacle you might face. Faith over fear doesn't mean you won't face difficulties. It means you'll face them with strength and courage. It means you'll step into each day with the assurance that God is for you, not against you. When fear tries to creep in, counter it with prayer, scripture, and trust. So as you begin your day, choose faith. Choose to trust in God's goodness, to believe in his promises, and to step into your purpose with boldness. Faith over fear is not just a morning choice. It's a way of life that empowers you to live with confidence, hope, and peace. Every morning is a new beginning, a chance to realign your heart, mind, and spirit with the purpose God has for you. It's a gift, a fresh opportunity to choose faith over fear, gratitude over complaint, and positivity over doubt. The way you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. When you begin with faith, you're stepping into your day equipped with God's promises, his strength, and his peace. Think about the power of a sunrise. It doesn't rush or demand attention, yet it transforms the darkness into light, bringing warmth and hope to everything it touches. Starting your day with faith is like inviting that sunrise into your soul. It's a quiet but profound shift of decision to trust God with the unknown, to be grateful for the present, and to walk confidently toward the future. Faith isn't about having all the answers. It's about trusting the one who does. It's about believing that even when the path ahead seems unclear, God's plan is perfect. It's about choosing to see every challenge as an opportunity for growth, every delay as divine timing, and every setback as a setup for something greater. Imagine waking up each day with a heart full of gratitude. You're no longer weighed down by what you lack, but uplifted by the abundance in your life. You begin to see the blessings hidden in the everyday moments, the smile of a loved one, the beauty of nature, the gift of another chance to make a difference. Gratitude shifts your perspective and opens your heart to the fullness of life. And when fear tries to creep in, as it often does, remember this: fear may roar like a lion, but faith whispers a truth that cannot be shaken. Faith says God is with you. Faith says you are enough because he is enough. Faith says, step forward, for I have already gone ahead to prepare the way. Your mornings are sacred. They're your time to connect with God, to center yourself in his love, and to prepare your heart for whatever lies ahead. Make them intentional. Pray with sincerity, meditate on his word, and declare his promises over your life. Each morning, you have the chance to write the first lines of the story you'll live that day. Let those lines be filled with faith, hope, and purpose. When you start your day with faith, you're not just making it about yourself. You're allowing God to work through you. Your faith becomes a light that touches everyone you meet. Your gratitude inspires others to reflect on their blessings. Your courage in the face of fear shows others what it means to trust in something greater. So tomorrow, when the alarm clock rings, don't let it be just another morning. Let it be a declaration. Wake up with intention, with faith, with a heart ready to embrace the day as the gift that it is. Trust that whatever comes your way, God is already there, guiding you, strengthening you, and loving you through it all. Start your day with God, and you'll end it with purpose. Begin each day with faith, and you'll find the strength to live boldly, love deeply, and walk confidently into the extraordinary life he has prepared for you. So tomorrow morning and every morning, have to take a moment to reset your spirit. Open your heart in prayer. Speak life into your day. Declare victory before you've even stepped out of your door. Let faith be your foundation, your compass, your shield. And watch how God moves. Watch how he transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. Watch how he takes what you thought was impossible and makes it a testimony. Begin each day with faith, and I promise your life will never be the same.